Tyler Shough highlights. All right, ladies and gentlemen, earlier this week, I did a video talking about some of the good things that Spencer Rattler did in his rookie season, and why not to count out Spencer Rattler. A lot of people were saying, hey, why are you doing this for Tyler Shough? And I said, relax. Jesus Christ, give me a day. So we're going to do it for Tyler Shough. Fair and balanced, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, I don't care who wins the quarterback battle between Hunter Dekkers, Tyler Shough, and Spencer Rattler. It doesn't matter to me. 3 men enter. 1 man leave. Sounds like spring break circa 2007. Anyways, regardless, or irregardless, as some of my friends would say, whether it's Tyler Shough, whether it's Spencer Rattler, whether it's Hunter Dekkers, the triple threat match with Jake Haener as the special guest referee, I'm cool with all these guys. I think they're awesome in their own right. I think they're all very interesting quarterback prospects. I like the idea of all of them. You know, like, people keep saying, well, why don't we get Aaron Rodgers, or why don't we get Jameis Winston or Carson Wentz, or I think John Elway might be able to play or something. Like, I'm cool with this. I'm cool with just trying and seeing what the youngsters can do. All right, now, caveat to this is that Rattler's highlights that we showed were only NFL games. So we didn't show any preseason. We didn't show anything in college. Obviously, there's a difference in the level of play and what you're facing, and also what you're being asked to do. So we're going to have to factor that in. But regardless, here we go. All right, so so caveat to the caveat. I am hesitant with plays like this. I am hesitant with plays like this to be like, okay, this is the move. You know, like, okay, this is it. This is what it's all about. Because you hear a lot about this exact play, basically, of this kind of like making something out of nothing, throwing off platform or falling away from the throw or whatever. These kind of make me nervous in the NFL. And this also is kind of the concern with Shough. The concern is what he does under pressure. We saw the Warden Sharp tweet. We've seen the numbers. He is horrible, or has been horrible, under pressure, facing a blitz, free rusher, whatever, however you want to phrase it. Not good. The end of this play is fine, but this is kind of some of that of why, right? He's got a free rusher. He's under pressure. He's fading away from the pass. Ends up not even looking. Like, he rolls away from the play, throws the ball up, rolls away. And when you see that kind of stuff, it's like, I know this goes for a touchdown. I know it's cool. I know it's a highlight, but I don't really want to see this in the NFL. Like, see how he's, all right here. So he fades. I mean, I got to get a better clicker. But fading away from the hit, all that, throwing it up, it is what it is. Now, what Shough does do well, and what you'll see in these highlights, is that he does look the part. Like, when he lets it rip, when he's throwing the ball, when he's spinning the pill, he looks good. And I'll tell you this from a guy who bets on and watches a lot of college football. It is disheartening to watch a college football game and you're watching the quarterback and you're like, man, this guy can barely even take a drop back. Like, this guy can barely even move. This guy can barely do anything. When you're betting on Louisville and you see somebody doing this, you're like, all right, I got a chance to win this bet. That's a dime. I mean, that's dropping it in the basket. That is supermarket sweep. Drop it in the basket. Bring it down aisle 3. Get you one of those inflatables for extra points. Man, I loved that show. Clean pocket, which it's fine. Like, it's not a knock, all right? Again, fair and balanced. We're going to talk negatives. We're going to talk positives. Same with Rattler. Same with everybody, okay? Same with Hunter Dekkers. Same with Jake Haener. This is a hell of a throw. I mean, this is a throw, like I said, you couldn't walk it down there and put it any better. Very nice. Very nice stuff. But that is one thing I like about watching the Tyler Shough tape, is that when he's throwing it around, when he's even moving in the pocket during the play, like on play action or just his dropbacks, he looks like a quarterback. Like, he looks like a guy who can play the position. Whereas there's a lot of college players who you can tell right off the jump. And we'll look at some Jake Haener stuff at the end here too, where you can just tell off the jump, like, this isn't going to work. Like, well, after we see a couple more Tyler Shoughs, I'll splice some Haener in here just to show what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I mean, okay, we got to fall down there, so it is what it is. But again, the throw, And that's something else that's going to kind of blow people's mind, is that when I'm watching these highlights, I really could care less about the end of the play. Like whether it's a pass for a touchdown or an incompletion, I'm just looking at the throw. You know, if this wide receiver would have dropped that ball, it doesn't change the throw at all for me. I don't care about the receiver part of it. You know, so there's some incompletions that are better than completions when you're breaking stuff down like this, right? Beautiful dance right here. Very nice. I can't do that. I can't do the dance. But, you know, I also wear Birkenstocks a lot, so you can't really do that in Birks. I mean, this guy's getting a lot of shine right here. I mean, this is a ton of shine. All right, play action, very nice. Ball hung up a little bit. I'm not going to, hurt him for that, but I liked what I saw. Like, again, this is something you're watching. You're like, okay, cool. He's going to be asked to do this. Now, this is some of that arm talent stuff where good arm, or he's facing pressure there, gets hit, yep, stands in. So this is what you want to see. The play action was nice, rolls to his right. This is a very difficult route tree where play action rolled the right, come back, throw across the field, pressure in his face, delivers. Maybe that's why the ball floated up, because of the pressure. So it makes sense now. But takes the hit, stands in there. See, I like this play more than the first play. The first play, it looks cool, but I'd much rather this than the fade away, rolling the shoulder in the hit. But, yeah, I mean, that's just a great throw. That's all that is. That's just a great throw. This is a great play, great throw. But spinning the pill, delivers it. No one else can touch it. I mean, it would take one hell of an effort for the defensive back to undercut this or whatever, get involved in this ball. This is a great throw. Great throw. Great play. Like every bit of that. Georgia Tech. I almost went there, by the way. I almost went to Georgia Tech. Okay. Got lost in the sauce there. All right. Good stuff. Again, that's fantastic. Play action. Roll out to your right. I mean, get a rusher on him, making something out of nothing. I don't even count this as like throwing it up. He's making a play here. Good stuff. Great play, great throw. Extends the play. I like it. Keep it moving. All right. Okay, very nice. Wow. One was everywhere. One was in a different dimension. One was talking to Vecna in the upside down. Damn. Unbelievable concentration from Brooks. That was crazy. That was insane right there. More dancing. Get a lot of post route celebration. Oh, I think this is like his throw. Yeah. Well, no, there's one just like this. So he's really good on the outside. Shough is really, really good from what I've seen. He's really good throwing to the outside, like a sluggo route type situation. Anything around the numbers or outside of the numbers, he's legit in that area. Most of the throws that I would chalk down as like, oh man, that's a nice throw, are those kind of routes. So he can definitely extend it. Floats this one effortless. Maybe a little bit, maybe you want a little bit more on that, but yeah, I mean, nice. SMU, watched a ton of SMU last year. Their quarterback's sweet too, by the way. Quarterback's legit. Okay, this is roll to the left. Yep, roll to the left. So this is, you've heard this a million times. This is where he's been his best. So at his best, it seems to be when he is rolling to his left. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, that's just good stuff. Fantastic. Again, keep your head up. So we're going to look at some Jake Haener stuff after this. So I talked about this in Spencer Rattler's video as well. When a quarterback is moving around, and I say this all the time, and I'll explain it in the Jake Haener stuff, but when a quarterback starts to move, they can either bail on the play or they can extend the play. When you extend the play, it's when you keep your head up. All right, see how his head's up? See how he's looking at his receivers? He's going through his reads. So he's keeping the play alive. The play is still happening regardless of him moving around. Now, bailing on the play is when he just looks up, he looks down, looks at his feet, looks around here. Because if you're not looking at the receivers, and there's no time to pick them all back up. So the play is, for all intents and purposes, dead when a quarterback does that. Him keeping his head up and going through his route, his reads, and I mean, just take your shoes off in the back of the end zone here, 34. good God. I mean, this guy in the back of the end zone couldn't be any more open. Didn't need him, though. Good throw from Shough. Very hard throw to make. Very similar to what I was doing in 3-on-3 flag football. But good stuff. Now let's look at the Jake Haener comp. So if you look at this Jake Haener play, so this is from the Commanders game. Play action. All right, so his head's up, hits his back foot. He feels pressure. He understands pressure's coming. Now watch his head. All right. Here, play's dead. Bailed on the play. Play's gone. Why? Because he's looking at the defensive end. He's looking down at his feet. He's looking here in the pocket. If his head is up, he's getting the ball to Kamara. He's getting the ball to Foster. The play is still alive, right? So he eats the play, right? He literally takes a squat. He literally eats the play. He takes a squat down. Boom. At this point, the play's over, play's dead, whatever. Same situation. Where's his head? All right. Gave up on the play, ate the play. See you later. A lot of this. There is a difference. Like some people have said, well, if you're saying that Rattler played with nobody, then why don't you say that with Jake Haener? And because you can just see the difference. Like if you go back and watch the Rattler tape, it's the same game. All right, so go back and watch the Rattler tape. You can just tell from the drop back how they feel the pocket, how they feel pressure, the throws they're making, how they escape, how they're commanding the play and the offense. It's just completely different. So let's get back to Tyler Shough. All right, here we go. Steps up, very nice. Completely different. Very nice. Again, like I know it's college. I understand that. It's against SMU, not the Commanders, but he feels it. Look at his head the entire time. Like his head the entire time is down the field. Beautiful step up into the pocket there. Nice delivery on the run. Floats it in over the defender. 2, take your shoes off. And then remember, guys, we don't watch the 40 yards of yak because it has nothing to do with the quarterback, right? And then I've also had people say, like, well, yeah, obviously. Okay, well, then why? If it's so obvious, why are they including it in the highlight packages? Okay, a little RPO action. Rolls out to his right. Very nice. Good stuff. Nice and easy. See, that's the look. Like I'm saying, you watch enough college football, you bet on enough bad college football, and you will see quarterbacks who cannot do that. You will see quarterbacks who struggle to do that play right there. Tyler Shough's not one of them. And now he's getting a little involved in the celebration. You like to see it. I like the accoutrement. I like the arm sleeve. I like the short undersleeve. Look what I'm seeing. Okay, again, boom, feeling the pocket, going deep, outside of the numbers. Okay, I like it. That's where he's at his best. He spreads it out, which you would assume is what they're going to do with him. A lot of this. Whew. Nice arm slot. That's beautiful. That might be my favorite throw of his so far. All right, let's watch this whole play again. Boom. Play action. Okay, feels it. He's back here. He sees what he wants, sees space, sees the receiver coming across, feels the defender, changes arm slots, which you love, finds the space, arm slot space, little flick of the wrist, on the money. That's my favorite throw so far, right there. Very nice. All right. Boom. Easy. Whew! Man, he made that harder than he had to. I don't know if that was like his 4th read or something, but you got to let it rip there. I mean, you got to let that one rip. Okay, so his first read's here. His first read's 2-4. I don't know, because if his first read's out here, you're throwing this early. He made this hard, but hey, shut off a little bit of the arm. Yeah, you let this thing rip. You're cool. Holds on to it. Double clutches. Gets to it late. Has to put it on an absolute dart. Good that it floats over here a little bit. Otherwise, this guy probably gets involved. Rattler had a very similar throw against the Packers, where it's like a little bit of luck, a little bit of good, but I like that he had to put a little extra pep in his step there to get that ball home. Again, showing off the arm. And you got to admit, he looks good in the pocket. He looks good standing in the pocket. He looks like a tried and true quarterback. Which certainly is what you want in the NFL when you're drafting a quarterback. Oh, yeah. Great catch, great throw. Great catch, great throw. Brooks is an animal. Brooks is really doing some things. Okay. There you go. Again, I see again, though. All right. Tons of pressure here. I mean, this guy is literally starfishing Patrick Star on the ground. This guy is in full Olay. He might as well be in Madrid. Now, this here is controversial. Okay, because the fact that he gets rid of the ball, makes the throw, all that stuff is good. You watch him take the hit. He's again, turning that shoulder, rolling away from the hit, and you wonder if all those injuries are in the back of his mind where he is, protect yourself. That's just how he operates. And it's, you're taking a hit, roll away from it. Because I'll tell you this, in the NFL, and any quarterback coach is going to tell you this, you roll away from your throw, you're going to flutter the ball, you're going to lose pep on it, you're going to lose velocity on it, and in the NFL, it ain't going to work. All right? So, all good there because the coverage was absolutely horrific. But it's one of those, like, there's goods and positives. It's like, okay, goods and positives there. Yeah, good, he delivers it. Bad at the end. Good arm strength, good throw, good recognition. I'll take it. I give it a B. Nice. Oh, this is the touchdown. Yeah. This is the touchdown flip. I love a quarterback that escapes in the front of the pocket. I love a quarterback who climbs the pocket. And that comes with maturity and that comes with experience. A lot of quarterbacks escape out of the back of the pocket here. A lot of quarterbacks say, I run a 4.6. I can escape out of the back. I'm faster than these guys chasing me. Takes a special kind of quarterback to climb through the pressure, feel the pocket enough to climb through the pressure, escape, uses the 4.6, not afraid of contact, gets aerial, and I ain't talking the Little Mermaid, okay? Yeah, that's good stuff right there from Tyler. Oh, hold on a second. A little bit of swagoo. All right. Okay. Very nice. It's accuracy, feels it, sees it. These throws are harder than they look. And these are throws you got to make. These are the throws you got to make. You can only make these throws with timing, anticipation, and arm strength. And that's it. And right here, he's got every bit of it. Zip. Right there. Very nice. Unbelievable choreography. Oh, with the double. Very nice from Tyler there. So watch it again. Gets in the pocket, sees it. Double clutch here. Boom. Faked me out. I got absolutely lost. I don't know if the first was to 14 here because I can't see the entire play. I don't know if he sees 14 double clutches because he sees the guy further down the field coming open. But beautiful double clutch there. I mean, that's the kind of things. This is what I dream about. Double clutch resets the feet. Bang. Delivers it. That's nice. Against Pitt. Nothing wrong with that. Throws you got to make. Rolls right. Operating. Double clutch. Flips over the top. Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Again, Brooks is the man. That's nicey. Yeah, let's watch that one again. A lot happening here. Okay? Pockets falling apart. Getting a little bit of pressure. Feels the pressure perfectly. Understands it's coming from his left. Rolls right. Where's his head at, ladies and gentlemen? All the ways downfield. It has been downfield the entire time, and you can't teach that. Just ask Jake Haener. You can't teach that. When the firefight's happening around you and the pocket's collapsing, human nature to look down, human nature to wonder, am I about to get hit by this guy? What's happening at my feet? He keeps his head up, moves, extends the play, doesn't give up on it. Operating, looking all over the place. Madden 2004, hot route. Double clutch on the run. Gives himself a little more time trying to bait the defensive back. On the run, flips it over. Right there. Good catch by Brooks. Gets him down. Gets one down at least. All right. It's a first down, and I believe him. Okay. Oop, again. Shoulder shimmy. Rolls left. Whew. That's nice. All right, I got 15 different ads here, but let's watch this one again. Okay. Pumps. Rolls. Heads up. Very difficult. Very difficult to roll left like this. Resets his shoulders, gets his shoulders around. Little shortstop, Nomar Garcia-Parra throw here. Back of the end zone, puts it only where his receiver can get it. Go up and get it. This is not a risky throw. Go up and get it, and young man, he does go up and get it. 6, go ahead and hit the locker room. All right, a couple more. This one's against Notre Dame. All right, again, the play action. Lovely throw there. Man, they do this a lot. Like, this is a lot of their kind of the scheme where play action, he looks right and comes back left. I mean, he sees the space opening up here. He completely understands the coverage, completely understands what he's looking at, floats it in the corner of the end zone. Again, is a very difficult throw, very difficult decision. Fantastic. I mean, fantastic throw right there against a very good defense. So let's see a little bit more against Notre Dame. But yeah, that right there, A+. A+ throw. A+ decision. And not easy. I'll tell you that. Not easy. All right, he's down 14 here. A little bit of pressure, feels it good, rolls out left. Again, head up. All right, that's one. You know, that's... Whew! He gets absolutely clipped right here. Like, that's one where he ain't rolling away from nothing. He doesn't have the time to do much. So this is one where all that, like, he won't stand in, he won't get hit, he won't do whatever. Yeah, well, tell his sternum this. I mean, you take some guts. Again, he's rolling left, completely resets, heads up the entire time, completely resets, turns his shoulders, gets his body square, lets it rip. Very difficult arm angle, very difficult throw, can barely get any on it. A little flick of the wrist, ball is flying. I mean, this is a throw. This has now become my favorite throw of Tyler Shough's college career. Our favorite play. I mean, good God. You get hit like that, you got nothing on the throw, nothing on it. I mean, I know we're talking about a, 11-yard pass, but that's strong. That's real nice right there. Little zip, bam, rearrange his teeth. Good throw. Again, against a good defense. And he gets up, shakes it off, says collarbone what? He's trying to remember what he had for breakfast that morning. All right, same game, down 10, 3rd and 7, got to make it happen. Steps up. This is the throw I think I was talking about. Yeah, this is the throw. Hell of a catch, no doubt, but understands the situation. 3rd and 7, you got to make something happen here. Pressure coming in. Throws it up, pseudo. Hell of a throw. I mean, this is a long way. You're going across the field. Long throw. Up against the coverage, but puts it in a spot where his receiver can go up and get it. Really puts it in the perfect spot. It's either the receiver makes a hell of a play, gets the completion, or you live to see another day. So, yeah, down 10, 7 minutes left. Got to make this throw. Very nice. Nice pitch, nice catch. I mean, these guys are out there spinning it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's just perfect. Perfect throw. Perfect throw. I love these kind of plays, too. I love the shotgun play action. See if you can get someone to bite. Head up. One read. Does he have space? Does he have him beat? If so, put the ball in the money. Tyler Shough says, well, first of all, my guy Brooks gets some serious separation there. I mean, we're going to see it right here. Right there. He's got it. Shough's already launched it. Shough anticipated it. Again, can't teach anticipation. Now you got to make a perfect throw. Underthrow this, it gets picked. And then perfect throw loading. Boom. Get on your Razor scooter. Drive down here. Couldn't have put it any better. Touchdown. Now we got a ball game. Yeah, you see, I mean, you see that, like, you see those plays, you see that, and you're like, all right, he can do it. He's got what he needs. Yeah. I like what Tyler Shough is made of. I like what he has going on. And I think it's pretty obvious why Kellen Moore took him. And he's 6'5", he runs a 4.6, but he's also got this. He's also got this in his locker. All right, on top of the emotional maturity, on top of it seems like he's a hell of a guy. And on top of it seems like he interviews well, on top of all that. So, yeah, I mean, as far as a prospect, we understand the pressure situation. We understand the not great against the blitz, not accurate against pressure, all that stuff. That's the only question mark from what I can tell. Can't question the arm. Can't question the athleticism. Can't question a lot of these throws. You question how that one red flag translates to the bigs, and we'll get to see it. But, yeah, I mean, I like him. You know, I certainly could understand the idea of, you know, well, maybe you take someone else at 40 and roll with Rattler and whatever, but I do not understand the people who are like, don't take Shough, you could have taken Shedeur. Or don't take Shough, you could have taken whoever, Dylan Gabriel. It's like, if you watch Shough, it's like, okay, I see what he has in his locker. I understand the pick. I understand the traits. So I'm excited. I really am thrilled. I really am thrilled for this quarterback battle. I'm very excited for what's going to happen and how it's going to play out. I think we got 3 guys who can come in here, compete, add some excitement. It's going to be fun. But, yeah, I mean, Shough made some beautiful plays here. My favorite part of what he was doing is the same stuff that we've heard previously, is that when he does get off platform and he is rolling to the left to the right, his ability to keep his head up, look downfield, but also to square those shoulders. You know, he's squaring his shoulders up no matter where he's rolling. You know, he can flip those shoulders around, get back into a good throwing position, and he's got the arm talent to make the throw. So, yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You got whatever it was yesterday or 2 days ago, Spencer Rattler. We looked at Hunter Decker a couple weeks ago. And now Tyler Shough. So I'm rooting for all of them. And whoever wins the triple threat, I will be behind 100% pause. So there you go. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's not Spencer. It's not. We don't have to draw a line between Spencer Rattler fans and Tyler Shough fans. We're all Saints fans. You know, so good luck to all these fellas. It's going to be an absolute must-see training camp, absolute must-see preseason. I've already made the call. I plan on attending the preseason games. I never go to preseason games, but I plan on being in that number, dome-dogged out of my mind, preseason crown and sodas. Lord have mercy. All right. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.